Some breaking news as the bill has passed round one. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, I was just with you a couple hours ago in a separate video, bringing you the latest details that just hit the wire today. However, just as I was getting done uploading that video, I got a bunch of breaking news coming across the wire, and that's exactly what I want to break down for you right here in this video, because things are developing very, very fast right now, as the Senate is still in session right now as we speak, working their way through this bill, and they're working their way through the vot-a-rama process. So let's get into it and talk about the votes that were just held on the bill, what happened, and where do we go from here. Alright, so just a short time ago, the Senate has now held their first procedural vote on this bill, which, by the way, is the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, the $433 billion package that the Senate is currently working on literally right now as we speak. So they held the first procedural vote just a short time ago, and it passed 51-50, the slimmest margin in the history of voting ever, right? It literally doesn't get any tighter than that. 50-51. So yes, it passed. And actually what happened, it was an even 50-50 vote, but then the vice president came in and actually broke the tie with her vote as well, making it 51-50. So that's how that actually worked out in the Senate, because as we all know, there's 100 senators, 100 Republicans, and 100 Democrats. Therefore, 50-50, we're stuck, right? Well, the vice president is able to actually cast that last vote, and that's what actually pushed the tide into the Democrats' favor. So that's where we currently sit as of right now. All right, so as I talked about earlier in that other video, they were wrapping up some debate on this bill, and again, they were working their way through 10 hours of debate today. Could you imagine sitting there for 10 hours debating? I mean, seriously, let's be real with ourselves. Would that be very exciting? I don't know about you, but I think I have better things to do with 10 hours of my time, right? But again, maybe they want to do that, and again, that's totally good for them. But I think I'm kind of good. I don't need to do that, right? But anyway, that's why they're doing it, and that's why I'm not. Anyway, so now that they have gone through the procedural vote and they have passed it through with the slightest of margins, with the 51-50 vote there, now they are going to embark on the vot-a-rama. So here we go. Basically what this is them going through with a series of endless amendments on this bill, and they just vote and vote and vote, and typically they vote on anywhere between about 6 and possibly 10 amendments per hour based on what I've seen in previous voting series. Now again, maybe it'll be more than that, maybe it'll be less, but generally that's what I've seen previously with other reconciliation bills. It's a lot of voting, like, one after the other. Boom, 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 just vote, vote, vote. So they're going to be doing this all night long. I hope they have their coffee pots cranking up, because it's going to be a long one. So they're going to start this process. I think they're doing it like literally right here, right now as we speak. I haven't checked in on them in a little while now, but this should be starting up here, like right here, right now. They should be doing the vot-a-rama as we speak. So again, I did not see a specific number of amendments. I tried to look for it. All I saw was some verbiage calling it a stack of amendments, a mountain of amendments, a huge sum of amendments. There's all kinds of different words I've seen thrown around. I did not see a specific number of amendments that are out there as of right now. So I would guess it's probably easily within the hundreds, which, by the way, I also did find the number of pages that this bill is. According to the new revised version of this bill, introduced today, is 755 pages. So honestly, it's a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be well over 1,000 pages. Still 755 pages. I mean, I don't want to read that, do you? But again, that's not our job. That's the whole job behind the senators and the lawmakers, right? The House of Representatives, the senators, everybody, it's their job to work through the bill and to read all of those pages. So anyway, 755 pages. I've been wondering what it was, and again, I just found that today. The newly revised version of this bill, as they did make a couple amendments and they added about 30 pages to it just in the last couple days here. So remember back in the days of school when we had to write like a one-page paper, and it was like the hardest thing in the world to do? We have to write a one-page paper and now they're writing 30 pages just in the last couple days. But let's be real with ourselves. They also have staff, and they have a bunch of people that work behind the scenes that do all this writing for them. So the lawmakers, they don't actually do any of this stuff. It's all of their helpers that are actually doing it, right? The people that they're paying like probably minimum wage. So it's unfortunate the lawmakers make the big bucks, almost 200 grand a year to do all this stuff, and then the people that are actually doing the real work are the ones that are getting paid not very much. But anyway, sorry, I digress for just a second. But anyway, So the vot-a-rama process will be going on all night long. Not really sure how long this is going to last. Realistically, it's endless. There is no time frame on this. So just like the debate that they were going through today, it was 20 hours maximum of debate. 10 hours from Republicans, 10 hours from Democrats if they just so wanted to use it. Obviously, they did not use the entire 20 hours because they just went back into session earlier today. There's no way. We haven't gone 20 hours since they hit session earlier today. So they've only used probably 10 of those hours. So the fact of the matter is, with that debate, they only had 20 hours. That was kind of the cap on it, right? Well, with the vot-a-rama process, there's no cap. It's endless. You can go as long as you want. So they could sit here for 3 hours. They could sit here for 24 hours. They could sit here for longer. I'm guessing there's probably not going to be that long. But again, at the end of the day, they can sit here for as long as they want to sit here and go through all these amendments. Now, I did read some information on this, and they anticipate the final votes to come in on this bill in the Senate tomorrow. So again, depending on when this vot-a-rama wraps up, I would anticipate it's probably going to be early in the morning tomorrow. That's just my anticipation. We've seen this happen before with other reconciliation bills where they're literally sitting there all night long until like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., something like this. They go home or wherever they go to, they sleep for like an hour and a half or whatever they do for that time, and then they go back and they meet in session once again at like 9 a.m. or something. So wouldn't be shocked to see that again tomorrow. Now, I did not see what time they're going to be resuming session tomorrow, but I'd anticipate, who knows? I don't really know. I'm not going to speculate at what time it's going to be, but they did anticipate they will be in session yet again tomorrow, and likely the final votes on this bill will be coming on that day. Now, in the event that this does actually pass, I mentioned this in the previous video just a couple hours ago, but let me say this again really quickly. Steny Hoyer's office, by the way, Steny Hoyer is the second ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives. He indicated that, his office indicated that the House of Representatives will be returning back in session on Friday, which, by the way, they are on recess right now. Recess being, exactly what the word means, playing, doing whatever they want, horsing around, as some people might say, whatever they're doing right now, but they are technically on recess, and they have been for about a week now. But anyway, they're going to be returning on Friday, which is the 12th, so, a little bit less than a week from now. They will be returning on that Friday to actually hold their votes in person on this, and that's it. So, again, like I said earlier, the House of Representatives passes virtually everything that comes to them, so they'll be happy just to whip out their little, votings, whatever they use, and to get this whole thing passed and done. So that'll be happening on Friday in the event that this bill actually does make its way through, all the way through the Senate. So, wow. I mean, here we are, right? So anyway, as far as Bernie Sanders, I've seen a few comments from those videos that I had out earlier today saying, I hope Bernie Sanders does something about this Medicare expansion. I have not seen any further details. Let me do some more digging on this. It's been kind of busy here the last couple hours here as we've been getting a lot of details on this whole thing. Let me dig some more, see what else I can come up with, if I can find anything on this, if they got it added in, if they got some of it, maybe some of it added in, if they got any of the provisions added in, or if they basically just said, thanks, Bernie, we appreciate the speech, and thanks for the consideration, but maybe next time. I don't know. We'll have to continue to look into that a little bit further. But as I do get those details or any further information coming out of the Senate on the vot-a-rama, the amendments, the final vote, or any other details coming out of the Senate or announcements out of any of these lawmakers, of course, I'll be right here for you breaking it down. But I wanted to bring you this update because it was literally just hitting the wire as I was getting done uploading that last video. And I thought, you know what? Let's just do another one really quickly, get this out to you so you can keep posted with what's going on here, because it is a busy time, right? And I want to make sure that you're staying updated with this because some of us are watching this kind of closely because at the end of the day, we kind of got to know what's going on right now, right? It's kind of a busy time, and realistically, we don't see stuff like this happen all that often. So anyway, the Senate is currently working on the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. So, interesting. We'll have to see what actually happens here because I just mentioned to you a couple days ago, there was that letter that was submitted by 230 economists that said if this bill passes, it's actually going to raise inflation. So again, this is not a political statement. I'm not taking political sides. I'm just simply saying this is what the economists are saying. That's what they're saying is this is going to actually raise inflation. So, not really what we need right now, but again, that's just what's going to happen here. It's $433 billion of spending over the next 10 years. So in my mind, that is about $43 billion of extra spending on an annualized basis every single year for the next 10 years. So that's what it comes out to. Again, averaged out, right? Anyway, as I do get more details, I'll be here for you. I hope this update helps you out. Kind of a busy day going on right now, and I anticipate tomorrow and even overnight will be another busy one. Don't worry, I'm not going to come back overnight. I'll just see you in the morning with the next update and let you know what's going on here. And again, throughout the day tomorrow, again, I'll keep you posted as I do get more details. Until next time, please make sure to subscribe down below, share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of their thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Enjoy your day, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.